MultiVersus mid-season patch comes out very soon, and this is by far still the most unbalanced fighting game I've ever seen in my life since Naruto Shinobi Strikers and maybe arguably Jump Force, man. And I know a lot of content creators are making tier lists on this game right now saying A tier, B tier, C tier, and the game is so balanced we don't need any more tiers. I'm sorry, they're just being humble. They like the game, we get it, they like the game. This is a very, very unbalanced game, and if they want to save this game, if they don't want this game to die, they desperately need to make adjustments to a lot of this cast. So I have a needs nerf, fine, and a needs buffs tier right here. I'm not going to be exaggerating. I'm not going to be putting Superman in needs buffs. This is in the wrong order. Yeah, let's put need buff right there. I'm not going to put Superman in need buffs just because I think he's a little weaker than everyone else. No, these are the characters that desperately need changes. All right, so right away, let's start off with Superman. I think the perfect spot for Superman is fine, but this is on one condition. They need to get skillless garbage loops out of the game. There's currently so many characters that would otherwise be balanced if it wasn't for the fact that you can do loops just like you could in the beta, man. There's a few characters that come to mind when I think of loops. We have Superman, we have Rick, who is also fine. I'm also going to put them in fine, and this is in the assumption that they do actually get rid of these loops. And I mean, yeah, that's about it for them. Tom and Jerry would also be fine if they got rid of the up tilt into Jerry shot loops. But let's just add another tier. Remove loops. Remove loops. There we go. All right, next up we have Arya Stark. Arya Stark desperately needs nerfs, man. And no, it wasn't the right order the first time. Arya Stark needs nerfs, and you can say what you want. I understand that they changed the down tilt, they made it more safe. This is still one of the safest characters to use in the entire game. All of her moves have like a 6-frame startup with no punish window. She plays nothing like the rest of these characters. The rest of these characters are like Smash Bros. Ultimate characters, and Arya Stark is melee. She's playing a completely different game to everyone else. Batman, I'm going to put Batman in fine despite the fact that he has one of the most broken moves in the game with his down special in the air, and he is still excessively fast with way too much weight. And I would normally put this guy in needs nerfs, but once again, I'm going to keep the needs nerfs and needs buffs to characters that literally will kill the game if they do not get changed soon. This is what I'm trying to say here. Morty needs buffs. And look, once again, y'all can say what you want about this one. Actually, no, you can't. I think most people are on the board or on the same board when it comes to Morty getting buffs right now. Morty has no approach tools besides his side air. And let's be real, can you think of one content creator who is using Morty and has not complained about his current state? And obviously a character gets nerfed, you know, people might not want to, people are going to complain about their character getting nerfed, but I'm talking in terms of people who have uploaded the same amount or streamed the same amount since Morty has gotten nerfed. I can't really think of anyone. It seems as if any Morty content creator has distanced themselves from this game a little bit since he got nerfed, because it feels as if Morty does not stand a chance in this current environment. He has been nerfed to a point in which really you can't use him. Bugs Bunny, I think, is fine. You know, it's a high tier character and whatnot. Now Finn needs nerfs. Now look, I have been advocating for the fact that Finn is not a broken character because look, you can DI out of most of his 0 to death combos. Every single one of them, actually. You can just DI straight out. However, new players don't even know what DIing is. So when a new player downloads MultiVersus and they have 10 games played and they play a Finn with 12 games played and they're getting 0 to death over and over, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna uninstall the game and they're gonna say this is stupid. So Finn should just have, he just shouldn't be able to do the 0 to deaths, man. It's too ridiculous. And yes, once you play 500 games, once you play 1,000 games, you're gonna realize that Finn isn't actually broken. But for the new players, this guy is just the noob destroyer, and he needs to be nerfed, man. New players are not having a good time as long as this guy isn't in the game. Garnet also needs buffs. If they want people to use these less popular characters, they have to give them an incentive to do so. And Garnet is just not very good right now, man. And her playstyle is one that is unique from the rest of the cast. See, some characters like Velma, I would almost argue that Velma is fine for the simple reason that she is a projectile spammer. And the more mages you have that take up the pool of the game, the more the game is not going to be fun for newer players. So I would almost say don't even buff Velma. But Garnet is so different from the rest of the cast that she has an opportunity to give people a fun experience. She's just not good enough to do so. Harley Quinn will just go ahead and say fine. A lot of people are saying that she needs buffs right now. I absolutely 100% do not agree. I think she is probably top 10 characters in the entire game. And yeah, man. Jake the dog is very, very strong when it comes to his bite move, but everything else, I don't know, man. When I say needs buffs on this guy, I think that they need to tone down his bite and then actually change his character. And to all credit to Player First Games, they did try to do that with the last patch. The last time they changed Jake, their literal goal was to tone down on the bite spamming and, you know, show some variety to his other tools. However, the #1 Jake right now is literally just bite spamming, and he will admit it to you, I'm pretty sure, because I've seen jokes on Twitter, and he started streaming and all that. The guy is literally just spamming bite, throwing people off. There's nothing you can do about it. Definitely needs some buffs. Rain Dog, I think, is fine. Shaggy needs nerfs. Shaggy, honestly, he's one of the most broken characters in the game right now, but he's also the first character that everyone unlocks. So to have a character that is just so see-through, like the guy is literally a fighting game character. He doesn't have any moves that would really throw you off too much. He's the perfect character for a new player learning the game. To have him that strong, I don't know, because obviously you want new players to have a good experience when they're coming into the game, but at the same time, at the highest level, this guy is absolutely broken, and most people are saying that he's top 1 in the game still to this point. So would I say that he needs nerfs? I'd say some light nerfs in a competitive sense, but most of all, I'm just going to say he's fine, because for the large majority of people, they are not going to see a problem with Shaggy at the highest level. Yes, this guy is absolutely annoying. Steven desperately needs nerfs. I would not be surprised at all if multiple people have uninstalled the game when they saw the playstyle of Steven when they were put against him. Literally just spam neutral air, run away, spawn watermelons. I've had multiple Stevens bring me all the way to the timer lately, the end of the timer, in which other characters, I don't think it has happened a single time. Steven, their whole game plan is run away, suck the timer dry, spawn a melon, all that, man. Wonder Woman, fine. Very generic, clear-cut character. I don't think that she's absolutely broken like she once was. A game is going to have high tiers, and Wonder Woman, I'm fine with being a high tier, man. She's a pretty reasonable high tier. Taz absolutely needs nerfs. Not only for high-level players is it annoying being sucked into moves that there is literally no counter for depending on what character you are using, but it is also a matter of new players not knowing how to punish the side special, not knowing how to punish the up special, because there is none. There's no punish, and when new players find out that there's no punish for this character, they are either going to quit the game or they are going to start using this character. It's very frustrating, man. Iron Giant needs nerfs. I mean, let's be real. This guy, once again, is going to get people to uninstall the game. And that is the nature of a lot of these need nerf characters, is when someone is put against them, they are going to quit. They're going to say, wow, this game is so terrible, I'm quitting. And Iron Giant is one of those characters, and I know he has been nerfed over and over again, but the issue with this character is that he is too big. I've been saying this for months now. If they want to fix Iron Giant, they need to make him smaller. I don't care what they do to this guy. If he is as big as he currently is, he is going to be able to 0 to death people. That is why Ridley in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is not the canon accurate size, because it would just be completely unreasonable and stupid. There's no reason this guy should be that big. LeBron James, fine. Gizmo needs nerfs. Gizmo needs nerfs. He is one of the strongest projectile spammers in this entire game, and it's pretty much just ridiculous the fact that this guy has been able to get away with what he has been able to get away with for so long, such as the car move killing at 70, such as the arrows being one of the most spammable and probably the best projectiles in the entire game. It's like a shootable, or it's like a Jerry shot with 3 ticks. Like, it's pretty insane, man. This guy has some ridiculous 0 to death combos just like Finn, but he isn't hated on like Finn is because he's not seen as commonly, obviously. But this guy, you know, is just like Finn. 0 to deaths you can't really DI out of. Spammable projectiles, pretty ridiculous. Stripe isn't fine. Black Adam, another one of those characters, just like all of these, that are going to get people to uninstall the game. He can fly around. He has stupid combos that do 70 damage off of 0 skill. He has his neutral air, which has one of the most broken, janky hitboxes in the entire game. This guy is absolutely stupid. He is a demigod in this roster. Marvin the Marshal is fine. He's a projectile spammer, but he's nothing too unmanageable. As a matter of fact, this guy is the clear-cut example of a well-done projectile spammer, in my opinion. Joker is going to get people to uninstall the game. Once again, look at all these characters here that I think we can unanimously agree if a new player were to run into a high-level variant of these characters, they would most likely quit playing the game or be extremely discouraged. If a new player were to run into any of these characters over here and they were to get absolutely destroyed, they would probably idolize the person who defeated them and say, one day I can probably get to their level. That wasn't too ridiculous. But these guys, it is actually an unwinnable scenario for someone who is outskilled, and it is also a unwinnable scenario for someone who is using any of these characters and is the exact same or even a higher skill level than anyone using these. Banana Guard, fine. You know, super clear-cut, honest character, just like Shaggy. You know, he may be a little strong, he might do a lot of damage, but he's a honest character. Same thing with Jason, same thing with Agent Smith, and then Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack is in a very, very weird spot. He's in a more odd spot than any of these characters because he is a super cheesy character. Let's be real with his side special. He's honestly in the same situation as Jake, except all of his moves are just fine. I think that this guy needs a very mild nerf, so we're just going to put him in fine. They really need to nerf his side special. He is literally, he's equipped with a bailout button. The side special is ridiculous. Let me know if you guys agree. Let me know if you guys think I'm over-exaggerating on some of these characters, but I genuinely believe if they do not nerf and buff these characters, the game is going to suffer immensely. Leave a like on the video and subscribe because we are so close to 10K. I'll see y'all later.